Hello guys, how you doing? Yeah, so in a second I'll teach you how to play that little riff I was just playing you there. But before then, I just want to talk about natural harmonics, which is what this lesson's about. Just an introduction to harmonics. There's loads of different types of harmonics. There's natural harmonics is what we're going to go through today. There's you can get tapped harmonics, pinch harmonics, but I want to keep it simple in this introduction lesson and just go for natural harmonics. Okay, and when we talk about natural harmonics, we're literally just talking about the open strings on the bass. So open E, open A, open D, open G. Okay, these are where our harmonics are going to come from. It's where they're going to be powered from. Okay, sound-wise, harmonics are lovely, lovely things. Brilliant sound. I mean, quite a high sound, just a lovely tone, and especially on bass they just sound like one big hug, and I do like playing them because they are really nice to play. They're kind of like, they sound like a bell almost, you know. It's a really, really nice sound, a unique sound, something that you will get a lot out of playing on bass. So how do we get these lovely tones, I hear you ask? Well, that's what I'm here today to teach you. Okay, and so today we're just going to, there's harmonics all over the fretboard, alright? You can get harmonics all over. You can get these charts, I think, on the internet which show you exactly where each harmonic is. I'd suggest you experiment and find what's good for you and your bass, okay, because basses are set up differently, and some harmonics are easier to get on some basses than on other basses, okay, because of the tension of the strings and where the bridge is. There's loads and loads of things that make a difference here. Okay, and so today we're going to go with the typical harmonics, which are on the 5th fret, the 7th fret, and up here on the 12th fret, okay, on all E, A, and D, G strings, alright? Okay, so how do we get these little feathers? Right, when we get a harmonic, we place our finger over the fret marker, rather than normally when we're putting our fingers down, we put our fingers on the fret, don't we? We push a string down in the middle like thus, yeah? That's how we get our note. We don't do this with harmonics. We go to the fret markers, which are these bits of metal, alright? Okay, so in the instance of the 5th fret, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? And it's always the bridge end or the pickup fret bar that you're putting your finger over. Yeah, it's not this one. You can get harmonics that way, but the harmonics we're talking about today are always going to be this ones. Okay, so there's the 5th fret, yeah, and then the harmonics we're going to be getting over the fret marker are here, over this fret marker right here. And I'm going to use the other finger so it looks like I'm swearing at you guys. I'm not really. Okay, so that's the 5th, yeah. So on the 7th we would use here. Okay, it's the 7th fret. Then we go to the right hand side of that, which is the pickup end, alright? And then on the 12th, obviously, we do that. Yeah, because that's the 12th fret, and then that's the 12th fret marker on the pickup side, alright? Right, let's use the G string first, yeah? So, get me in camera. There's the G string, the little fella down there. Okay, so we put our finger, sorry, it's my, someone's emailed me. So what we do is we go to the 5th fret, over the fret marker, and we place our finger over that fret marker. Now we don't push down like we do when we're fretting a note, yeah? We lightly place that finger over, okay? Lightly, it's so light. And it's a technique that comes in time, and it will take a bit of practice, okay? But we're lightly putting our finger over, just like that, okay? If we push down, we're going to fret a note, okay? So we just want to lightly push down. And when I say lightly, if I take this pencil, okay, I mean we are doing this. Oh, you can't really see. That light, you see that? That light there. Not pushing, not putting any pressure on it. It's just light enough so I'm touching it, okay? Try and imagine like you're putting if you're playing the open string like that, you're going to put on the least amount of pressure other than an open string. It is that light, okay? So experiment with that. Put your fingers over the frets, okay? So in the instance of the 5th fret, we're going to go on the G string, right there, lightly over that fret marker. On the D string, lightly over that fret marker. On the A string, lightly over that fret marker. On the E string, lightly over. Same with the 7th. Same with the 12th. Okay? Now there's different things that are going to get you different types of sounds when you're playing harmonics. So experiment with those. Try and put your bass down and your treble up a bit, or your treble right down and your bass right up. As I say, your bass and your setup, your amp setup, will give you completely different sounds. Alright? The guys that don't know anything about harmonics, I want you to start just experimenting, trying to find where these guys are on your bass. Okay? And experiment with using in different places and different fingers, and maintaining chords, but just over the fret markers like this. Okay, just experiment with it. With you guys that know a little bit more about what you're doing, you know a little bit more about harmonics and finger placement. We're going to go through that riff that I just showed you. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to come to the 7th fret on the A string. Alright, I'm going to play this with, I'm going to finger pick this, alright. You can play it with your fingers, but for some reason I have more control in my thumb and fingers than I do in just my straight fingers. So, for example, that thumb down, I just seem to have more control than, well actually no. Oh, they're exactly the same, Ignore I said that, but I'm going to use my thumb and fingers for this. Right, okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come to the 7th fret. With our ring finger, okay, which is that guy right there. 7th fret on the A string, going to put our finger down like thus, yeah. Okay, and then this finger here, your index finger, is going to lie down over that 5th fret, okay, the 5th fret marker, this side as we discussed, and it's going to lay down the G and the D strings, alright, so it's bridging, okay, but it's just bridging that fret marker and the D and the G. So we have, so we play A, D, G, like so, yeah? If you don't know anything about harmonics or bass chords or anything like that, that shape will be hard for you to maintain, alright? But it will come in time if you persevere. Okay, so that's our first. I'm only going to show you the beginning part of this because otherwise it's going to go on for too long. Okay, and then we're going to come up to the 9th fret on the A string, exactly the same shape. Okay, exactly the same fingers, but this time we're going to place our index finger over the 7th fret, okay, over the 7th fret markers, these guys here, and we're going to do exactly the same thing. Alright, so we have slide up, okay, and then we're going to leave this bridging, these harmonics here, and then we're just going to do an open string, like so. So we're going to be open, D, G. So, 7th, D, G, 9th, D, G, open, D, G, open, D, G. Okay, instead of doing that second open D, G, what I was doing in that explanation, that example, was I was just doing a string bend at the 9th fret on the G string. Okay, so I'm just bending the note up, like so. So we have. Do you see that? When I've come from the big string bend, because I'm bending with my ring finger, economy of motion then says that these fingers are ready to place. The middle finger goes to the 7th fret, okay, and then the index finger bars the D and the G strings at the 5th fret again. So I've gone from that finger there to that finger because of the string bend. This feels more comfortable for me personally. All right. So just have an experiment with those things I've just taught you there. To try and, say for example you come down to that 5th fret there. take your finger away really quickly. You'll have more of a striking harmonic. Sorry, in all of them. Yeah. So if you take your finger off quicker, the sound won't be as dead because you've taken your finger off. You know, because if you leave your finger there, it's going to deaden the sound quicker. If you see what I'm saying, hard to explain. So try that and try different fingers. They will get different tonal qualities, different parts of where you play here as well, opposed to the fretboards to the bridge. For example, if I play my harmonic here, I'll get a slightly different tonal quality from my harmonic if I was to play it back here. Yeah, it's subtle, but it's there. And you know, a lot of people like to play their harmonics right back here because it gives them more of a it's a higher tone. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed that, and it's just an introduction. I want to go into it a little bit more on how to get other harmonics and just a little bit more depth, but just wanted the taster so you guys can get a slight understanding. Okay, and the next lesson will probably be, I want to do a lesson on tuning. I haven't done that yet, and that will probably, I'll teach you how to tune using harmonics, because it's probably one of the best ways of tuning. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, guys. I'll see you later, and I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy.